Guys, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get updated every time we go live. Before we get started, congratulations to Mr. Westgate's homer for getting the trivia question correct. Without further ado, we have an awesome show for you today about women's history. Let's kick it off with Gabby and sports.
What's up, NAMS? I'd like to officially wish you all a happy Women's History Month. This month, we honor all the powerful women who shaped the future and fought for women's equality. National Women's History Month began in 1987. It was chosen to be March to overlap with National Women's Day on March 8th. Now, the female I chose to feature is Sarah Thomas, the first full-time NFL referee. She became the first full-time ref in 2015 during the divisional round game between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Her breakthrough in the sports industry inspired many women to follow her path and pursue a career in sports. After her career debut in 2015, she became the first woman on-field official in a playoff game. 2 years later, she made history again as being the first female to officiate a Super Bowl. Women like Sarah continue to push the boundaries of what has been done in the past and continue to inspire young women around the world to follow their dreams. As March draws to a close, I encourage you to take some time to reflect on all the influential females in history. Thank you for listening. Now onto a special segment with Bethany and Chloe.
What's up, NAMS?
Since we're doing a Women's History Month theme, me and Bethany are going to talk about the first woman in space.
The first woman in space was Valentina Tereshkova.
Valentina was born on March 6, 1937 in Russia.
She decided she wanted to be an astronaut and was chosen over 400 applicants.
She went through 18 months of severe training with the Soviet Air Force after being selected.
Valentina was and still is the only woman to have flown solo in space.
Her Vostok mission lasted 70.8 hours, during which she completed 48 orbits around the Earth.
She also is the youngest woman to fly in Earth's orbit.
Sally Ride was the first American woman in space. She went into space in 1983.
While Valentina went in space on June 16, 1963.
Well, that's all for us. We hope you learned a little bit more about the first woman in space.
And now on to another segment with Phoebe and I. Hey again, NAMS.
Happy Women's History Month.
There's no better way than to celebrate Women's History Month than to discuss an important part of women's history in the U.S.
Suffrage refers to the right to vote in political elections, and it is especially associated with suffragettes, or women's rights to vote.
The women's rights movement in the U.S. started in the early 19th century, and later, once the Civil War ended, women's suffrage grew.
Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton formed the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869.
Did you know that it took about 100 years for women in the U.S. to gain the right to vote?
Yep, the 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920. It said that the right to vote could not be denied because of gender.
However, that didn't mean that all women got to vote yet. 36 years later, the Voting Rights Act of 1956 made it so that the right to vote couldn't be denied because of race.
The women involved in the women's rights movement changed our history for the better, though it took a long while.
Many women were arrested for campaigning for the right to vote.
One example of this is when Susan B. Anthony and 14 other women voted illegally in 1872's presidential election.
Anthony was arrested and fined $100.
She refused to pay the fine, which would be about $2,608 today.
I'm so grateful that we live in a day where women have the right to vote.
Me too. And there's so much more history that we left out. I wish we had time to include everything.
Yeah, we'd be here for a while, but I definitely recommend you guys watching to go read about this and learn more.
Definitely. Well, that's all for us. Let's go over to another special segment with Natalie and Kenzie.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
Natalie, stop.
Okay, so rude.
Well, on a relevant note, we're going to talk about some women CEOs.
We'll start off with our favorite, Rosalind Brewer, the CEO of Starbucks.
I love Starbucks.
Okay, Kenzie, you can sit down. We believe you.
Oh, okay, good. Well, let's continue.
Her net worth is about $20 million.
Imagine how much Starbucks you could buy with that.
Okay. She was the CEO of Starbucks from 2006 to 2021.
Moving on, the CEO of Tree Hut is Tina Higgins. Tree Hut.
Say less.
I also love Tree Hut.
Kenzie, why did you bring all of that?
You never know when you're gonna need it.
Did you bring any school stuff today?
Well, now that you mention it, I might have left my Keystone book.
She keeps her net worth private, so I don't have much to say about that.
The company was founded in 1989 and is still up and going.
That's 27 years. I guess Kenzie didn't do the math with forgetting her book.
Okay, well, the CEO of CoverGirl is...
Wait, you said CoverGirl? I love CoverGirl.
And you think I have too much Tree Hut?
But these are the essentials.
She helped work with CoverGirl for 15 years.
We don't know her exact net worth since she's from London, but it's about $500,000 in the US.
Well, that's all for us.
Hope you enjoyed our segment as much as we did. Good luck on benchmarks, and now on to announcements.
Thanks to everyone who has voted for the NAMS digital video about what's so cool about manufacturing. The voting is still open and continues through Wednesday until midnight, so please keep voting for Nazareth so our school can win the Viewer's Choice Award for the first time ever. NAMS will continue to collect books for the Cops and Kids Drive and plastic Easter eggs for the Interact Club. Please donate if you can. The Scholastic Book Fair is back. Quartz team will visit today, Emerald and Sapphire will visit on Wednesday, and the 8th grade will close the fair on Thursday. That's all for today. Have a great day. Keep voting and please rise for the pledge.